Hello, Nippies! Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Nips, a freelance artist, and let's start off with Happy Pride! This video is coming kind of late in the month. I'm filming this on the 29th, so hopefully this video will be out not in July, but Happy Pride to all my members of the LGBTQ plus community. I am part of the community myself, so I'm really happy to see everybody just being super vocal and proud and open about their sexuality and just spreading awareness and love and everything. So just a reminder as well that this is an LGBTQ plus inclusive space. So anyone that doesn't support that, you can go ahead and hit that unsubscribe button. You know what I'm saying? So today we are going to be working on a very cute lesbians piece, because this is going to be a drawing of Diana and Leona from League of Legends and also the Riot Games card game Legends of Runeterra. I have loved this pairing since I started playing League of Legends. They are absolutely cute, and if you're wondering why they are dubbed lesbians, I have no idea who started this name, but there is a content creator named Poofball Panda, and she's an amazing card game player for Legends of Runeterra. If you want to check out her channel, I'll put it down below. And she loves this deck in the card game, and she calls it lesbians always. So I'm just gonna give her the credit because that's where I got it. So for those of you that have no context of the characters and are wondering why is it even called that, Leona is supposed to be, I don't know if aspect is the right word, but she's supposed to be like a sun goddess sort of thing. And then she's the one on the left. And then Diana's supposed to be one for the moon. So, celestial ladies. So, yeah, they were kind of a thing, that people shipped when the game, I think, was first around. And it wasn't until much later that they became canonically a pairing. And they're just so adorable. And since I got into the game, I want to say in like 2014, 15, around there, I used to draw them all the time. And so for Pride, I really wanted to kind of redraw one of my old drawings just to kind of relive the pairing experience. It's been so long since I've drawn them, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to get on that again. And I'm going to put the drawing that I'm using as reference on the top of the screen somewhere in a corner. And I am just so embarrassed. The drawing is so old, and oh my goodness. And it's just a doodle, so I'm trying to tell myself that maybe it's not as bad as it is. But this new one that I'm doing kind of made me a little bit sad because I feel like for how long I've been drawing, this drawing should be much better than it turned out. Like, I feel that the amount, I don't know if you guys can hear my cat making noise in the back. He's so cute, but oh my gosh, he plays with everything. So yeah, I don't know if the amount that I have been drawing is really evident in this doodle because I think it's been almost a decade difference between this and the drawing that I showed you. And it kind of makes me sad, but I'm trying to tell myself that this also was a very quick doodle. I want to say this had to have taken me like 2 or 3 hours. I'm not sure. And I was kind of rusty when I started this. I really want to get back into daily drawing. So I'm coping that I could definitely be much better than this. But if there's anything that this drawing showed me is that I really do have to get back on, figure drawing, practicing, just my shapes in general, colors and everything. So that is me just being sad about myself. But into the drawing, I'm pretty sure I have drawn this pose before. It's one of my favorite poses, just two characters, one kissing the forehead, side hugging, the other one just kind of leaned over with their cheek kind of smushed on the first character, because I just absolutely love cheek smushes. I love anything to do with the cheeks when characters are smiling. It's just my favorite. It's so expressive. It's so cute. And so I figured, why not? And it wasn't until I actually started, I don't know at what part, I know it was like during the sketch or the beginning of the lines somewhere, that I was like, wait a minute, I've definitely drawn this pose before, but it was already too late. So, you know, sometimes you just keep going. And I just hoped that the time that I drew it now was better than the first. So here we are. I decided to go ahead and draw them in a more casual fashion, kind of like in the original drawing. And if I was going to draw a more pride-centered drawing, I kind of didn't want to draw them in their original gear. And also maybe as an excuse because their original gear is kind of hard to draw and I'm not very good at armor. So maybe I should have, just because I do need the practice. So yeah. And I decided to just draw them in like these casual, like t-shirt, tank top sort of situations. I'm not very good at concept art either. This just seems to be a video about everything that I'm not good at. So it's a good time here. And so you'll see later with the designs of the shirts and outfits and stuff that they're not as creative as I would like them to be, but hopefully I'll be getting better at that. We'll be doing a little bit more practice on that. So maybe I'll make some videos about that. I really do want to make videos where they're more like draw with me's. I don't know if you guys would like to watch that, but I feel like those videos are maybe a little too long, but I know some of you really like my longer videos, which, are you okay? It's very flattering, but yeah, those videos might end up being a little longer because my process is very long. So yeah, maybe just let me know, and maybe we'll do a little something, maybe practicing figure drawing. But yeah. So here you'll see me try and just kind of finalize the pose and just the silhouettes and stuff. I tried my best not to refine too many things. I didn't want to go overboard with the line art and with trying to refine too much. You know what happens when you just start adding details and, you know, 5 hours goes by and you realize that you turn this into a full-fledged illustration. So I really tried my best to keep things loose, try not to work on too many layers. You'll see there on the side that I'm really keeping it at a minimum, not having a problem with, you know, drawing the lines on as few layers as possible. And what I mean by that is just, you know, not constantly drawing on a new layer, erasing the bottom one, new layer, erasing the bottom, and just kind of being loose. You'll see there that the hand has still her shirt under, and the braid that Leona has still has a shirt under. And not only does this make it easier to draw things, but if you're somebody who really struggles with perfectionism, I do recommend this, because it kind of just lets you go with the flow and feel out the drawing much better than if you just sit there and erase every single thing, worry about every single line connecting and everything. And also it adds like a nice layer of, like, I don't want to say, maybe like definition to your drawing. You know how sometimes there are parts of the drawing that you kind of finish and then you have either a piece of clothing or a limb or hair or clothes or something that covers it? I feel like this is kind of nice because you can still see what's under it. It's kind of like when you do the anime eye and the eyebrow and then you put the hair on top and you can still see that. So it's kind of in that same vein. So that, plus I know there are some other artists that do this, but when you kind of do a sketch, especially digitally, and you leave the lines, the sketch lines, under, either in a multiply layer or just on top of the colors in general, and it gives it this really nice, like, sketchy feeling that is just very loose and very fun. So it's kind of in that same vein around there, just to remind myself and to make the drawing feel a little less finished, but still good. And here you will see me start adding flats, changing the color of the lines, and most importantly, adding the sketchbook background. I got it on a stock website and it just looks so pretty. I think I saw another artist do this and I really wanted to try because I wanted to start doodling more. And the concept and the idea of having a digital sketchbook. So I have this file, this PSD file called like June sketchbook or July sketchbook, something like that. And then I'll have this sketchbook background as my default, and so it's basically like you're drawing digital pages of sketchbook, and the file is for the month. And I don't know if anybody else has tried this, but I thought it was a fun concept, so I decided to go ahead and try that. And I feel like having the sketchbook page makes me feel a little less pressured to come up with a background for the actual drawing, which I can't tell if maybe that's a cop-out for actually learning what to do with backgrounds, but sometimes I just kind of want to doodle and I don't want to think about what to put in the back, like practice, you know, body poses, expressions, just little things. And the sketchbook background is just such a nice touch. It's such a nice touch. So if you're wondering what to put in the background of your drawing, sometimes just slap on a sketchbook background and you'll see instant fix. But yeah, I really like that. So maybe you'll see some more sketchbook backgrounds with that. Yeah, and so you'll see me here putting the colors, adding some gradients. I've talked about when I do sketches that doing flats plus some gradients here and there really adds a lot of volume to your drawing. If you're trying to make a sketch with color without spending too much time on it, trust me, do some flats, splash some random shadows here and there just to add a little bit of volume. Basically, you'll see there Diana's arm in the back, and you know the for example the hair, parts of the hair that are in the back, and just a tiny bit like the little cheeks, Leona's underbang area, and slap on some gradients and you'll see your sketch come to life. Maybe even some rim lighting, you'll see me added here. It's just basic sketch hacks. And I really liked how this turned out. A lot of people on Twitter also liked it as well. It made me really happy because I wasn't a huge fan of how this turned out, and I think it wasn't exactly how it turned out, but because I was comparing myself to my old self. And I got really disappointed, like I said earlier, because I've just been drawing for so long, and you're gonna tell me that this is how I'm drawing 10 years later. I should definitely be much better than this now. And a lot of it is definitely my own fault. I should definitely have practiced way more than I have. And I'm trying to look at it from a positive angle. Just keep practicing moving forward and not worry too much about mulling over it, you know? So I'm adding the kind of finishing closing touches here, trying to add some rainbow flags here and there. I kept the colors of their clothes to their original colors, which are, you know, the gold for Leona, the sunflower, and then adding the blues, like the deep, like indigos, blues, purples for Diana. And I wanted to add like something that resembled, you know, like those friendship bracelets or like the relationship rings and stuff. I went ahead and I gave them little bracelets with each other's symbols plus a little heart. And so you'll see that Leona has like the moon plus a tiny heart in the moon, and then Diana has a heart with little yellow kind of spikes around it that are supposed to be the sun's rays. And I don't know, just thought it was a cute touch outside of their rainbow outfits and everything. So all in all, I really like how this piece turned out. It was very fun, very quick, just like this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, happy Pride. Hopefully everyone is having a good time, and happy Pride for the rest of the year and many years to come, hopefully. Much love to the LGBTQ community that is part of my audience. Love you guys. Have a great one. And let me know what you guys thought about the video, what you guys think about maybe doing some draw with me's. Like the video, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube mumbo jumbo. And I will see you guys next video. Bye.